Shabbat Shalom, Bethel. It's been so wonderful spending this first week of work with you, getting to know you over Zoom and sharing services on Shabbat and during the weekday and all of our spiritual moments together. I can't wait to be in person, and I'm sorry that we're not in person now, but I'm so glad we're keeping one another safe. This week, we marked the 17th of Tammuz, on Thursday, the day that traditionally marks when the walls of the city of Jerusalem were breached by the Romans, leading eventually to the destruction of the temple, which we commemorate on Tisha B'Av. This initiates a period of mourning in Jewish culture, which is all too familiar to us right now, as our community has sustained losses and we live in a world that is full of loss and is often so frightening amidst this pandemic. And yet, even among these stories of destruction and in this period of mourning, there are beautiful stories of resilience. I'm thinking in particular of the story of Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, one of the leaders of the rabbinic community in Jerusalem. Now, this was a nascent community. It was not the mainstream community which worshipped at the temple with the priests. But Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai found a way to escape Jerusalem, which is a very tricky story, which I'll have to tell you later. But he managed to escape, and he went before the emperor, the Roman emperor, according to the Talmud, and he asked that he and a few of his colleagues be spared and allowed to live in the city of Yavne and study there. And that wish was granted, and that community in Yavne became the seed and the bed of the rabbinic community that created the Mishnah and later the Talmud. And that created the Judaism that we have today, even as the temple was being destroyed and all of the Judaism that the Jews had ever known was going to be in rubble. So we see this story of resilience even amidst destruction, how one person can make a difference and plant a seed that creates something new. Just as we see this in nature too, after a major forest fire, pioneer species like small plants and ferns plant themselves in the fertile soil of the destruction of the forest and begin a new forest. And these new creations, what happened in Yavne and the new forest, is not going to look like what there was before, but it will be something new and something beautiful. So I hope that we too can see these stories of resilience even amidst this time of mourning and destruction and confusion and fear, both in our world and in the Jewish calendar. Let us remember these stories of resilience and find hope and take courage, knowing that when we emerge from this period, there will have been seeds planted in the fertile soil, and the world will bring something new and different and beautiful. Shabbat Shalom.